Are we live? Okay. We are live. So
Let's
today
do the
we are
devil's
going
work.
to rant. Well, we are doing the devil's work.
Yes, we are always doing the devil's work. And the cat is also doing the devil's work.
Did you stop? Ah, he stopped sharing that thing. Okay.
Hmm.
No, I was just asking if you had stopped the
So,
thingy.
So-
Not double check. Yeah. There's no thingy. Okay, so well, I don't say today. In the last couple of days, people have been
yes, something
insurging themselves against
something
AI
happened. I know. They were talking about
Skynet.
it. They were talking about it a while ago, but suddenly something happened. Probably those weird things that happen around the internet, social media especially. Someone must have said, okay, now it's the time to stop it. This can't go on. And I think it's coming now from the wokest side.
The grifters.
So
It
let's,
already started from the wokest side, right?
yeah, there was
Then-
something, but what I mean that's during the last few days, I noticed that some people started announcing that we are
Their-
not going to use this.
Their
This
work
is
is AI
military
free.
work. Hmm?
Their work is AI free, 100% human. And well,
It
let's
never is. It never is.
exactly. So let's first start. I really disclaimer, of course, that is not needed. We have been using AI art, a lot of it, of course.
Yep.
So we can consider that we are biased, but one thing that we are not is hypocrites.
Yes, well, let's start by telling a story of someone. I'm not going to say his name, but it's a guy, and it's a part of. He is a part of the hipster OSR. When people started talking about AI art, and it was still ugly. He came by and said that it's ugly. This
And it's
is
bad, and this has a
yes,
soul, and
yes.
it's not going to replace real art, and blah blah
Blah,
blah.
blah,
We need to
blah.
protect artists.
But then
When
something
everybody
happened.
started using and get excited about it,
Yeah,
it started to get better.
Also, yeah, it got much better. Then the guy started posting every day experiments.
And saying, "Oh, can you say is this real or is this AI?"
He was testing the waters. But then
I
something
can't
happened
believe
again.
this is not how it's.
Better.
Yeah, I can't believe this is not better.
And then this week something happened again, and the wheels have turned, and all of a sudden the man says, I'm not going to use this. This is evil. This is going to destroy the artists. Oh my. So yeah, okay. I unfriended him last night. That's what I do when people start being.
And I'm going to say, of course, we're not talking about Grim Jim, because Grim Jim did comment about AI art on when he did the.
I didn't unfriend him.
Yes, of course, but I'm saying just for the sake that no people.
No,
start,
that's not.
of course, we're not talking about Grim Jim.
No. Well,
Because he did say the AI art is not ethical, but he didn't yet. He didn't publish that annoying. So there's an annoying meme
there's something
around. That a memo, yes, there's a tag that says 100% AI free, 100% human art, and we should put this in your books. And this is the part of the hypocrisy, because I'm going to ask you what art right now is 100% human, or if most artists are using digital tools to do their creations in the first place. So that means that people that are going to put that label in the books are only going to use art by artists that are actually coloring in paper. And then I don't think that's the case. I think they're being hypocrites.
Of course not. I have to see that later. So let's talk a little bit.
It's like veganism applied to the role-playing games. This sounds a bit like the vegans. This product is 100% meat-free.
Yeah,
it's probably gluten-free. There's no gluten in this meat.
So let's dissect this subject. what are you going, where are you going to start?
Well, you can start with the way you did. Well, we already did a post about it,
Yeah,
so you can get all organized. I just wanted to start talking about the hypocrisy.
Yeah.
And another thing, so before we start this second still on the hypocrisy, so the people that are sharing my book is 100% AI art free, support the artists. What other things that use AI are they okay to use on their lives?
Everything is.
They're only worried
everything
about
is okay.
the
Yes,
artists
you
because
can't just destroy the poor artist's life. Okay, so let's start by saying that we don't have anything to gain from this. There are people earning money from AI art. It's not our case. We're
no,
just using
you're
it.
paying to use AI
Yes,
art.
I'm paying to use it. I'm paying to use Midjourney. They don't pay me. I don't care about if they.
And you're
they
not
are making
stealing
money or
money
not.
from struggling artists because you wouldn't be commissioning the.
Yeah, no, definitely I wouldn't be commissioning those that are probably complaining about it.
But even if you could, well, we can't afford to commission art for all the books.
No one. Well, let's
Okay.
do one thing at the time. I'm just saying that we have nothing to gain from this, but there are people gaining from this. There are YouTube channels that probably they have publicity. I know. I'm sure
They're teaching people how to use.
Yeah, that
Yes.
well, the people love it. People are watching
And
those.
they're having fun with it.
Yeah, they are having fun. They are paying for it also. It's
I think some people are paying just to have fun with it. I've read some posts of
most
people that,
are.
oh, I just paid for my kids so we can have fun with it.
Yeah, it's
That's why
nice.
you can't have boobs.
Of course, it's yeah, that's a problem. But I'm using another thing to get boobs. At least while that one is free, we can have boobs for free. That's kind of well, it's not the best one. It's Stable Diffusion, but well, you can get boobs.
Boobs are important.
We need boobs, yeah. Okay, so let's start by quality. Let's start on reverse quality. So it doesn't have soul, and the hands are strange, and the eyes are weird. And okay, that's true. But let's be honest about this. Most people are, and we're just talking about the effects of this in role playing. I don't care about the rest. That's what we are talking about because that's what we are using it for. I don't care about the rest. If there are other people outside this medium that's another subject. In this case, we're talking about role-playing games and people who do art or illustrations, not art. That's kind of. Do you want to
start with that? Because well, this is our opinion. Because in Portuguese, when you talk about illustrations for books, you call it illustrations. You don't call it art.
Yeah, you don't say, I'm going to buy some art for no. Art is something that art is art.
Because of the same thing, okay, let's start using the term art, but not all illustrations are art, right? Some are just because in the same way, not all films. Yeah, I can do. If my niece does a draw, it's not art; it's a draw. Yeah. A drawing. It's the same for you. So you used to draw.
Yeah, I can draw. I can draw. I could still draw. I could still, but I wouldn't use it.
So I don't know if art you consider it professional, because the problem is not really the professional artists, but the ones that want to be professional,
yeah,
but are not.
Those people who are selling, let's say, for example, character portraits and all that, they aren't. I don't think they are professionals. Well, most of them are kids, so
but they all have commissions open.
Yeah, they have all their. Well, just that thing. When someone has commissions open on Twitter, I already know that I hate that person. It's a trans, queer, pangender, bi, whatever, bisexual.
Especially if the commissions are open, because there are some other people that they have commissions open during a time, and then the commissions are longer open. But there are some people that their commissions are always open.
That's probably because they are.
The commissions are always open.
Well, I was checking. I in my post I said waste 5 minutes of your life and go check it. I did that. I lost more than 5 minutes of my life, and I was checking for it. And what did I find? Well, I checked several people who have commissions open, and some that did have commissions closed. So, and all those were similar. They could have been drawn by the same person. So what's that about the art copying things?
Yeah. Let's be honest.
It's the same thing. Yeah.
Some people that are drawing digitally, they go and some of them, they draw around. And we met a guy that was a professional artist.
Yeah.
I paid him to do, and then he was just drawing on top of pictures. It wasn't for role playing; it was something in another life. But he wasn't even. He was copying from drawing on top.
Not everybody can do that. I could do that, but not everybody can. You have to know how to draw at least a bit, because if you don't,
but if you're doing that,
would be rubbish.
Start, you're not really being original, because you are.
No, of course not. And I don't know if they do that, or if they just copy it mentally. But they are copying always. Everybody. We see
themselves 100% human.
Well,
they
actually,
computer.
I haven't yet seen. Let's do an experiment. I'm going to open Midjourney. Tell me a famous painting that I'm going to ask him to replicate.
I don't think they're authorized to actually do that, to do a replica.
I wrote the prompt, which is Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. I'm not going to write anything else. And you're going to,
We're going to
wait a bit, and you'll go back there. And then I will share the screen.
We're going to lose the...
Okay, so Doodle Squatch said, not sure how the AI tech works, but I might use it to do designs and then use the images as reference material for my own web comics.
Exactly. But we have seen like some artists that are doing that. Exactly. We know some artists that are not on the grifter walk side. And of course, I imagine that in the beginning they said, oh, what I'm going to do with, but now what they're saying is, oh, I'm going to do this to actually improve my art.
I also don't know how it works. It seems that it doesn't really go pick a picture and then match it there. I think it's picks lots of pictures.
Right? It doesn't know recreate in the end, isn't it?
I don't know. That part I don't know. If it really does something new, or if it just mixes together several stuff, applying some kind of, because you can do sometimes you can ask for something and then throw there 5 or 6 different authors. So if the computer goes searching for all those authors, it's impossible that it will copy them all. It's different drawings, different artists. So does it pick different things from, I don't know, probably not. But okay, let's see again. But it's not doing nothing yet, but it will do something in a
so we're talking about copying.
Yeah,
and I understand that argument, but you are paying to use Midjourney, and if it exists and it can be, it should be, because it's legal and doesn't go to copyright.
So yeah, of course. If it was infringing copyright, they couldn't ask money for it.
And I would say that I will have a thing that I would say that, let's imagine that you're doing, of course, that you're using AI art in the books, and you were saying, oh, this is my own art, I'm creating it myself. That would be unethical, because you would be lying.
Well, anyway, I'm not selling art. I'm selling role-playing games and scenarios, and I need something to fill them up with colors and shapes. I'm not selling art. I'm selling the text there. And the stats.
And let's go back to the part that it's stealing money from struggling artists, blah, 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 blah.
No, it's not.
In our case, and we are using ourselves as reference because we used a lot of it, we would not be able not only to use as much art if we were using not using AI, or even with the pace that Miguel writes, no artist will be able to keep up with it.
Not just me, but
yes,
we all write.
Yeah, but I'm putting the
so yeah, I've published almost every week. If I said whatever an artist it is, even those rubbish artists that copy things, next week I need 10 drawings or more. Who would be able to do that? Well, I could have a list of people, but
then it could be different because it wouldn't match.
They wouldn't match, yes.
And let's also say that we have paid for we used stock art.
Yes.
Free stock art. We have paid for we bought stock art from Rob Necronomicon, from Jeremy Hart, from the guilds. We use some art that is free from Basic Experts. We bought art from Dean Spencer, so we didn't bought more because we actually Noelov. We could find yes, it doesn't matter. It's stock art and it's paid for. We didn't use more for illustrations because I was actually looking for it.
I didn't mention
Wargle, but he did. Yes, it wasn't stock. Yeah, he did it he did some drawings for us. But I was actually there was a phase when I was looking for people that could have stock art for me to buy and I couldn't find anybody else.
I posted about it.
I posted about it also.
So no one showed up, or maybe I don't know.
In the same time, I don't remember. Well, there's the Spanish guy Tanaka, and he now has commissions open, but it's different because but he's a professional illustrator, and now he's starting to write to do things for yeah, I know you were, but I'm just checking. I'm just joking because I remember recently. I checked that he has some stock art and although it's black and white.
Perhaps
we're probably going to buy it even if we don't.
Perhaps not those words are used by people that really work in the business. But I know that I've seen them a lot, and it's kids, woke kids.
Yeah, they just do.
That they aren't really artists. They aren't really illustrators. They are.
And I'll say that we have commissioned the covers from the Basic Expert and some maps. We were supposed to have some work from the guilds, but this year was a very hard year for them. So probably I still want to would like to have some, at least a cover for one adventure or something for Bastards done by them, because I think their style or the second edition. Okay, I was thinking about my Sidonia,
maybe
my Sidonia Kadok book. Maybe let's see when we get there, because I think their style works very well with the Wretched. So when people say, "Oh, you should be using,"
actually,
it annoys the hell out of me.
So we started 7 months ago, and we spent about $1,000 in art. Probably more. Which, and we didn't use most of it. We didn't use half of it. Check if someone, and let's check. Okay, so the Mona Lisa he copies because he can. Yeah. It's yes, exactly. It's probably free domain. Yeah, of course it is. Stupid. I forgot about that detail. Of course it is. Okay, so it's well, but anyway, it's not exactly the same. Yeah, it's not exactly. It's probably better. Some of them are better. Yeah. That Mona Lisa is more attractive. But yeah, Mona Lisa is not a good idea. I'm not an expert in art, maybe. That will probably be. You're going to prove that your point is wrong, but anyway, that's not really the point. I need a name of something by Andy Warhol. Things have names. Campbell Soup Cans. I think Campbell Soup Cans and the Warhol is probably going to give you the same. I don't know. Let's see if he copies. Well, even if he does, the fact is that well, I don't usually write names of painters, so that's. Yeah, but even if it does, so if you're going to put the Mona Lisa in the book, people are going to say in this question, "Oh, why are you using the Mona Lisa?" So you need to go. Yeah, but even yes, I know, because it's. But what I mean is, if you're going to use a replication of something that already exists, of course, people are going to say that doesn't matter. You're going to say, "Oh, but it was created in Midjourney," but it's the same picture, so it's plagiarism. It doesn't really matter if it's used by Midjourney or not, if it's generated by Midjourney. Well, I'm thinking just in our perspective, as not people who are selling art, but using art. For something that I didn't mention, and that is something that is worrying me. Someone, when a bit after we published Wretched Space, it was reported to DriveThru as having some exactly some copyright issues, and it doesn't. So, yeah, of course not. But and now I was thinking, perhaps that it wasn't someone that thought that those pieces were from some artist. They probably were just checking because it's AI art. Let's see what happens. Yes, maybe. And that might be a problem if they start doing it.
But yeah, so I was going back. So before AI art, so we use stock art. And another thing that is curious is that sometimes when people are doing reviews of our books, the ones that were used with stock art and the ones that use AI art, sometimes they say, "Oh, I don't like AI art because," and then they go to the books with stock art. This book is ugly.
Yeah,
and that is like, well, you can't have them both ways. When you don't have money, you need to pick.
and even having money, it could be disastrous because I've seen some larger publishers that have rubbish art.
Yes, but
Human
what I mean
art.
is, but yeah, but still,
I'm
what I
not
mean
talking
is,
about mainstream. I'm
if you're talking,
about,
yeah, but
smaller
if you're
publishers.
using, yeah, but if you're saying, oh, art is bad, you guys should
Yeah,
use
that's
art,
right.
and then, oh, these illustrations in this book, I'm not like, in this case, I'm talking about the Grimsby preview, because he said transportation. Oh, I don't like this.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we use stock art, man.
So this one, he wasn't talking about the cover. He's
Yes.
talking about the what is inside, and
The pulp doesn't
yeah, most of this is
doesn't
pulp.
get very, oh, it should be
But-
exploitation because it's pulp. Yeah, but you could get pulp on pulpy charts
Yeah,
on stock art.
the thing is, there's no
Most of them is Noel, right?
yes, almost everything,
So it's actually stock art, but
or
it's
just
stock art.
covers of old
Yeah.
magazines, because there's obviously not any stock art for an exploitation game. It might be a couple of things, a guy with an afro or something like that, but that's not an illustration for an exploitation game or an exploitation game. And
So that one
you
was
have to mention
funny.
this.
It's like, oh, the art, I don't
But
like
no,
the art
well,
on this
yeah,
book. Yeah, that was offered.
it could have been paid as well, but Wargul isn't an illustrator. I asked him if he could do more stuff, but he can't.
Mhm.
Well, they couldn't. So we offered what you have, and I used it. But that's it. And
And if you would ask, I want to,
No
unless
one,
you would ask a lot of
no one
money,
uses this.
you would say yes. No, if you, if
Oh
in
yeah,
this case,
but
if you would
I'm
ask-
saying that whom will define that will do this kind of illustration? Not woke people. They wouldn't do this.
But the thing is that most people that are complaining are exactly the
They
woke
wouldn't do
people.
it. So where are you going to find the artists? You won't find the artists to do this because most people is doing fantasy and cyberpunk and sometimes space opera. What
And
about
to say
modern
that
illustrations?
we're not, and this is not
Not
like
really.
we're not justifying why we're using art because we don't need it to justify it.
Uh,
But it's just to call out because I think I hate hypocrisy.
Yes, people who are. It's not us that are justifying the people who are complaining about
Yes,
this
exactly.
are finding fake justifications for something that there's no justification.
And the thing is, the people that from whom we used work, we're probably going to continue to use because we like their work.
Well,
We're not
also
going to.
we have bought it already. So,
Yeah, but
for
it's
example,
for-
from economics art, I just used 3 or 4 illustrations, and we have still, I don't know, more than enough.
yes,
But I didn't use it because it's black and white.
and you don't like black. Same thing with Jeremy Art.
I like the art, but I didn't.
Most of
I
it is
don't
black
like
and
doing
white.
black and white layout, black and white layouts. I'm not good at it, so I didn't use many of those because there were just 2 books, Labia and the Goat Lady. Maybe there will be more, but and also I didn't have enough black and white art because most of Jeremy Art's drawings were monsters,
Mhm.
creatures, and Rob McCormick's were
But not
people, but weird
monsters.
people.
Yes, most of them are
So
actually the
I
monsters.
couldn't just illustrate the monsters. I had to add something else, and for that I used AI art again because there wasn't anything else. And for the other books, there was a couple of books for which I used Dean Spencer's art.
Mhm.
Of course, I couldn't use them for the cover
And the
because
problem with
everybody did the cover with Dean Spencer.
Yeah,
Yes.
there is art is everywhere.
Yeah.
And even with David Gills with art, because we've seen some of it on covers.
Yes, we did.
It's
Of course.
that's the
Yes.
problem with stock art.
Because it doesn't, they don't have that much stock art, so whatever is there, people have used it. Actually, in drive-through there isn't that much stock art.
No.
And there's some stock art very ugly, very very, very ugly.
Another thing that I want to say that when they say that, oh my, this is 100% free and you should just free, 100% not free human art, blah blah blah, and you shouldn't be using it.
So
now that one is a good example.
It's not.
That one is a good example.
Yeah. So let's share the screen now.
Let me just finish what I was going before we look at the soup cans. It really also annoys me because the way they're saying, oh, you should use art, you need to pay. I don't need to, I pay, we pay artists when we feel like we can, and it does that this art from this person that we know and for who we like,
that's also
a reason. To that book.
That's
for that book, okay? But we are not obliged to, just because we're publishing role-playing games, it's not our job to support support the grifters.
Yes, we are not doing
because they are going to lose. Oh my God, people are not going to buy my stupid illustrations.
What can I say about the grifters? Fuck you. Just fuck you. I don't care. Will you die of hunger or starvation? I don't care. Go work. Go work at the Starbucks. Don't you like Starbucks?
Because the people
love Starbucks.
The people whose art we are using, we are going to continue using.
Yeah. Also because we like that. We like these
the
people.
Style and
we like their work and we like them.
And we want to support them, we will continue to support them.
Yes.
Even if we wanted to have only things illustrated by the Basic Expert or something, or David Gill, or they have more things to say to do. They will say,
of course.
I don't have. I'm not your bitch.
I don't know what David Gill's job is, but it's not doing art. And the Basic Expert is professional, so he is doing work for the publishers, real publishers, not like us. So, well, he has his work. So he's a professional, but he has something else to do. So even if we wanted to really, it couldn't be our. Even if we have a suddenly we won the lottery or something.
You're gonna spend it all on role-playing illustrations.
Well, I could do that. Why not? But still, I wouldn't be paying grifters and woke kids to do art. No.
The way that's
also because now I'm
the way this is said. Oh, you are taking them. No, I don't want to. I don't like these people work. I'm not going to buy their work.
Okay, so let's share the screen. And okay, so you can ask for the Mona Lisa, and you don't get exactly. Even then, you don't get exactly. This is not exactly the Mona Lisa. This is a reconstruction, or not one for reconstructions of the Mona Lisa. These ones on the right side have a different sepia tone. I don't know why, but
it's probably to make it different.
Weird things. Okay, this is not the Mona Lisa. It's just a woman. And now we have the Campbell soup. It's a Campbell soup. It's not Andy Warhol's Campbell soup. And it's not a Campbell soup. It's a Campbell. Blah, blah, blah.
It can't be a Campbell.
The name is weird, but it doesn't write that good. But that's the other problem with the AI art.
It's an awful.
But actually, I like this better than Andy Warhol's fucking painting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's I like those. They don't nice cans.
Yeah, of course. This is another thing about AI art. This when this appears, these four things, it always looks better than the expanded version. But yeah, okay, it's nice. Okay, do you want to suggest anything else? Some painting that is from a living.
I don't know anything. Something by Paulo Rego. I know people will not know, so I don't know any living artists.
Okay, so Paulo Rego, what did she do?
As raparigas. I don't know if that's
okay.
Let's try and see what happens. I know there's a Portuguese painter, and she has a lot of paintings with women.
Yeah, I think I used her name when I was doing illustrations for the Sisters of the Seven Sins.
It's weird I'm thinking, what were the other points?
Sepia tone. So I have to read the whole thing because we can't share the.
Yes. So Doodle Squash is asking, do you run the AI art through Photoshop and adjust the colors or Desitur? There are filters like all paint or comic book. Yes, they are, right?
I use Affinity Photo, but it's the same thing, of course. Yes, I sometimes have to change stuff. And
yeah, you
even
should change stuff in Photoshop, but you can put a filter when you're asking for the painting, right? For the illustration.
oh,
One
yeah,
thing
you
that you've been doing
you can
lately
say
is, for
something.
example,
Yes,
for the
you can
book
choose,
that's gonna come this week, you want to do impressionist style,
Yeah.
so you're just writing that.
in this case, I chose. I went looking for someone not famous. In this case, it's irrelevant because it's someone that died 100 years ago. But that's not the reason. I didn't want an impressionist that would be weird or okay, not Van Gogh. I wanted someone who did portraits because that's what I needed. So I was looking for someone. I got one Jean Bérard or something like that. We did portraits and it looks very
But
nice.
you can use you can say that you want something comic book like, or
Yes, of
anime
course.
like. So I
Yes.
think there's probably a problem. So you can do anime very easily.
Let's share again, but for something different. I was looking for some
Is that 100% human art?
yeah, this is
Oh my God.
this is people. Okay, so I was looking for people on Twitter that have the commissions open. Well, not any people.
It is destroying things.
The ones who are transgender, pan queer, native bear, American, pangender people, strange people. Okay, woke kids. Let's show some of those works. Okay, so we have here. I don't know what this is. I don't care, but you can see that. Yeah, the usual stuff.
I feel bad for those people because we could have those.
Okay, so here we have. So this one isn't such a bad artist.
No,
she or he can do some painting, but then what we have here, we have some devils and cherubs or fairies or whatever that they look all the same.
The thing, even when they're not that bad, it's all very
it's always the same thing. It's always
samey.
It's always that this is the typical D&D stuff, the cute monsters, the cute tieflings, and the cute ogres.
But there's something wrong with the girl's nipples.
Well, that's a problem with the art as well.
Yeah, I know that's the problem with the
art. Now we have some portraits.
So, but those are for sure made digitally. Right?
Yes, of course.
So it's not 100% human.
This looks like
this was the
Disney. We have these are dime a dozen, always the same thing.
Well, we wouldn't use it.
No, of course not.
Anyway,
I don't have any book to put this on.
You're never gonna have
no, this is very this is Portuguese, by the way.
Do you have one of one of our friends?
So I think so. One of our haters.
No, I'm thinking that one that we know by name that I'm not gonna mention.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not the one. And this is Portuguese also, I think. And this one is terrible. This was very bad. And let's remember again the cute whatever. I don't know what's that. Medusa.
Cute Medusa. You also want to be a sexy. Everybody wants to be a sexy.
Yeah, oh, there's a.
The girl, no,
it's a goblin.
In the girl in no head. That's nice. That's cute. It's cute, but
or rubbish. And this is I think this is copied from D&D art, right? I think I remember it's that they look like.
Well, if you can show us the art on D&D, right? The new art on D&D, on that one on the place where everybody is happy and blah 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 blah. The
Strix.
No, not Strix. The other one. The one that has the Mexican guy with the chicken. Yeah, that's awful. That's freaking awful.
Yeah. Let's check how's the art coming. Yeah, that's not
Paulo Rego. The one that looks the more is that one.
Well, I'm not going to show this because nobody
will know, but yeah.
But it's not Paulo Rego. So that's the experiment worked.
And even so, this is another thing because some people were discussing this on the weekend on Twitter and also some on Facebook that it's actually really hard to get artists. Okay. That is good, and that's
something that people know. Larry Elmore and Dragon Lance.
Yeah, good. It's really hard to get an artist that has commissions open and it isn't woke. So I totally believe, and I see some people that are not on the woke side and they still say they don't like AI art, it doesn't have a soul, and I respect that. If an artist says that,
Yes,
I respect that.
No,
But the thing is, you shouldn't use it because you need to give me money. That is the
Yes,
kind of attitude that
I'm not saying
it's
that.
ridiculous.
I'm not saying that it is very good. It's there are some problems with it, of course. There are.
And someone was saying that is looking for an artist for a book that is impossible. So not only is too expensive, it's really hard to find someone that's actually interested.
Yeah,
because if you're a small publisher, you can't pay that much.
Yeah.
And it feels like a bit like it's like the return or the revenge of the grifters.
Yeah.
This is what really annoys me about this, because it's like, oh, you need to pay us. Pay the protection money if you want to be a good person.
Well,
but what do they do most of the time?
That's exactly.
They do a Kickstarter to pay for the illustrations, and lots of people do that. But yeah, if you're gonna have to do a Kickstarter just to pay, and most of the time when it's the woke side, not only about having illustrators, they have to be diverse and inclusive, and you have to have the full diversity spectrum there.
What they don't have to be is good illustrators. That's never an exclusive thing in the contract. They have to be diverse, but they can be rubbish
So
artists.
yeah, for a small indie publisher, it's impossible.
Yeah.
To have a book.
Also because those guys wouldn't be, even if you wanted to hire them, they wouldn't want to. Because
and you wouldn't to hire them anyway.
No, of course.
You guys, your books need to look awful.
Yeah.
Because you're poor, you're small, so yeah.
Yes, of course.
Oh, you don't have money to buy commission art, then don't use art in your books.
Yeah.
Too bad for you.
Yes, it
doesn't make any sense.
That's the deal here. You have to obey the rules, or else we are.
Well, we don't have to.
It's not our problem, of course.
But
we don't have to obey the rules, and if one day we are we can't for some reason we can't use AI art.
We're gonna start buying art from woke grifters, of course.
Yes, of course. No, what? Well, I was the thing I was considering before the AI art came by. It was to pay some
stock art
from those. Stock photos sites. They don't have only photos, they have illustrations, they have vectors, they have lots of stuff. Yeah, they have lots of stuff.
Styles.
They have lots of stuff. The problem is that it's not
it's not suitable for everything, and sometimes you also don't like photos that
no, I don't really like.
And you don't things don't go well together sometimes when you're doing it like that.
I was using photos even though I don't like them, but I was using them because I like to have a portrait of characters. Of course, not for games, for scenarios. The scenarios should have portraits for characters because they help people imagine the characters, and it supports the book and the adventure. But there aren't that many illustrations in stock art websites like Shutterstock or something. Well, anyway, those places, Shutterstock and Adobe and others. But anyway, if people pressure this as much and something happens, I will probably choose one of those subscriptions.
When you mean something happens, it's Drafter says you're not allowed to use
something like that. Yes, because I don't think
maybe they will go with the logo. My book is pure. That's 100% free human. No human.
Hi, Halcent.
Hello.
Welcome. Okay, let's check.
I'm thinking if there's any point that that's not Dragonlance.
No, it's not Dragonlance. It's similar, but okay, let's share the screen. So, okay.
But it takes bits of work done by other people.
So it's I don't know where they picked up stuff. I can't recognize any of the characters here. The woman above looks like a man. The guy has a nice hair and a mustache. I don't know. Maybe this is a mixture of different. I don't know. I can't. I recognize the colors, of course. The style. Perhaps the dragon. No, the dragons aren't really. The one, but the one on the right,
They're all
on the left
different.
side looks like a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are different.
And some of them look like Chinese dragons almost.
Yeah. So this is really a mixture of stuff. It's not. It can't be. Yeah. But basically, that's what it does. It copies when it can copy. When it can't copy, it just mixes stuff and picks up a style and uses the style. So it's not really stealing. I don't think we can call it stealing styles, but that's what people do.
That's what people some said with
Not
music.
everybody, but the
Yes,
illustrators
very
usually copy other people.
Yes, but that's different. But they do it with their own little hands
Yes,
or their own little computers.
that's cute. That's cute. And then they do tieflings and orcs naked in bathtubs.
I'm thinking if there's any point on your blog post that we haven't mentioned yet. I don't remember.
Maybe.
It's your blog post.
Well, there's a comparison about quality and so
You mean the hands?
let's I'm going to pick up there's one here. So this cover here. Wretched Space. This was made using AI. Let's see some. Okay, I'm going to Wretched Lance. What would they? So Elsent asked, what would a wretched version of Dragonlance be like? I
thought about
Wretched
that.
Lance, it's a bit
Wretched
sketchy.
Lance sounds nice.
Wretched Lance could be, yes, it could be Vengir, yes.
Yeah. I like
well,
Wretched Lance.
Let's think about that. Well, I'm going to Itch.io to search for covers.
I like Wretched Lance. It's a good idea. It's a good name for something. It's a bit sleazy, but
okay. So maybe if I did something like that, I probably would check Dragonlance because it were my favorite D&D. I don't think I've read some Forgotten Realms stories. Maybe, yeah, short stories.
we still have the book there.
Yeah, I like
The books, not the trilogy. We have
the first trilogy. I think there are more trilogies.
There are, at least there are the twins trilogy.
Yeah, the twins trilogy. I read the twins
I didn't
trilogy,
read the twins trilogy.
but I didn't like that one. But I like the first one. It's they are interesting, even though they are to be right for me. So.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm sure that if you decided to write some wretched version of Dragonlance, it will be more Dragonlancey. That's the new D&D Dragonlance. Pardon me saying so.
Yes.
Probably would respect the lore
more. Yes. Even if maybe you could play the bad guys.
Yeah.
But...
Well, that's another thing. I would like to do something more childish one day. It could be Dragonlance. It's very juvenile. But you can't be wretched.
You can really do Dragonlance.
Yeah, okay. No, I can do Dragonlance.
That would be stealing. Okay, so let's search some covers here.
This is where evil people, because they're making fun of people.
Okay, so you have Dysmorphium, a trend-centered TTRPG, build your own TTR, no sé, Last Words of Hysteria, and the Fairy, a TTRPG about that. They don't even have that much drawings, right? It's just words and.
Well, stuff. in the covers, normally don't have the expensive. Well, you can go to the Lesbians game, the Thirsty Swords Lesbians. I hate that cover.
I don't think it's here.
It is. If you look for Thirsty Swords Lesbians, it's going to be there.
In itch.io?
Yes, I think so. It was in a pack, one of those packs for trans stuff.
Oh yeah, but that's okay. Let's search for it.
I fucking hate the art on that book.
Thirsty
Sword Lesbians.
Yeah. Well, if it's not here, you can check it on. Right.
Yes, it is.
See.
I fucking hate that. That's so fucking ugly.
Okay, so yeah, that's really. I don't know who did this. Okay.
It's ugly.
Yeah. So let's stop sharing that. So AI art or 34 lesbians. I don't know. I prefer this.
It's just a matter of opinion. You have no taste.
Yes. No, I don't taste that. Of course, I don't taste that. There are other books there with AI art.
I'm not going to pick them. It's also a matter of taste.
Of course, it's empty.
But that is
I'm
the
going to
thing.
pick another one.
Well,
There are several.
there are a lot of books.
Okay, so now let's show
You can get
Oh.
Daughters of Darkness. That one is
how
not
evil
AI.
we are. So the memorial. Well, this is we have a problem here because it's dark and it's not well. Okay, this one was made by AI art. It's not bad.
Because yeah, the face is not very good, but
No, but it's supposed to be covered with shit, green stuff. This one is nice. It's just a landscape. So when it's a landscape, it's nice. This one is a bit bizarre. There's a figure here, but then the background is strange. This one is not. This one is very simple. So just a pterodactyl flying over a canyon. The canyon. This one is human art. We have human art here.
well, and we have stock art.
Yes, that's not even stock art. That's,
Yeah, this is
public-
actually bought, but you did buy
that's
to have
probably- yes,
big
because it was
have more quality. So
So
stock art.
This one is stock
stock
art,
art,
yeah.
and it sucks. It could be worse, but I'm sorry, it's not very nice.
no, well, it's a photograph.
Yeah, I know, but what I mean is when you compare it with the other ones, yeah, it's not that interesting. I like it. I like this photo.
I didn't take the photo.
I know you didn't. You just picked
I
it.
just did the montage. Okay, so we have
Yes, exactly.
Elsen says if SJWs aren't even artists really, then at least AI has artistic guidance. But there I go getting all incendiary.
But that is the thing, because I really feel that this push is coming from the woke side, and then you have the role-playing hipsters saying, yes, we want to be cool kids.
Yes, the role-playing hipsters have that problem because they usually obey the
I never
demands from.
I hate those fucking hipsters.
Well,
Even when
I was trying to give them a chance at first, not anymore.
Morkborg is awful, by the
Yeah,
way.
Morkborg is a piece of shit. And Cyborg or whatever, it's probably another piece of shit because it's Morkborg and Morkborg sucks. Just doing some very artsy layout and using very weird art, it's not bright, it doesn't make the game better, it doesn't make the game really innovative. It's just design.
Yes, because there's another thing that is important to do, and design is another type.
Yeah, and I'm saying
illustration.
it's design, not role-playing game design,
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
design in
design.
terms of graphic
So
design.
it's art in another way.
Yeah, it's artistic.
But it's like, oh, I'm going to be artsy and do design,
Yeah,
but that's design, it's not illustration.
No,
But
no,
another thing I was going to say,
because the drawings are off.
yeah, is that and some people can do that and make it look good. It depends on the type of the game. Oh, I can't draw, and I'm gonna go with this.
Yes, it's an option. Mothership is also that's all. I even like the weird art it has. The problem is they are selling, or they were selling, a game which is 10 pages or something like that.
And it was very expensive for 10 pages.
Yeah, that's
Very 10 expensive pages. It was not to pay for the art.
It's a piece of crap. Why do you want that piece of crap? If you want to play Alien, you buy Alien or you buy Hostile. If you want something with
Or
tables,
Golden Art.
that one, yeah. But that's not
Yeah.
OSR. If you want tables, buy Cepheus or Traveler. Why someone is going to buy that 10 pages that cost the same as a book just because it's supposed to be original and innovative? It's not innovative, it's just tables. The tables are, well, maybe they are original, I don't know. But they are tables.
What I was going to say, yeah, that's the main role of art in role-playing games, is to create the atmosphere. And yes, AI art does that very well.
Yeah.
Creating the atmosphere.
That's true. That's true. That's the best thing it does, because that's not most of it. And this is another reason why it doesn't really copy things. That's not a drawing. It's just the idea of a drawing. You see, when you look at it closer, you notice that it's just splashes of it would be splashes of paint. It's mostly like most of them look like that. So it's good for the atmosphere, so it fools the eye.
And it makes the book richer, because one of the things when you are writing something is to create a world for the persons to see.
Okay, so
Yes.
Google Squatch said David Stewart has a few videos on photo bashing. He does all of it on covers. I'm not sure who is David Stewart, but I'll check it out. Just says Passerby says Cyberpunk 2020 was always style of a substance, but not that much. Yeah, I don't really like their illustrations, but
I prefer the
for the
I mean,
time
the new one. Okay, because I was
I don't
thinking
know.
Cyberpunk.
Well,
Yeah. Now I was thinking about. Oh, I only saw the cover, but I didn't like it that much. I prefer the ugly one.
And
It-
Xylord
Yeah, it's
asked
talking about
about
the game.
something that I don't know. The ultraviolet bracelets.
You don't like it. It was looking at the cover. It's not your thing.
I don't think I like this. It's probably.
But it's psychedelic metal, so yeah.
Yeah, probably it's.
We have to look inside to see how it looks.
I don't know. It looks like an hipster game, but I don't know. I never seen this. So
yeah, we don't know.
No thoughts about it.
So we're not gonna say bad things about it, but I probably will not going to like it because the psychedelic metal. Psychedelic is not really.
Well, I tried.
We are dark.
I tried to like some of those games, the ones that have content. I'm not going to talk about that now, which ones, but I tried to like some of them. Not Morkborg, definitely not that one. Not any of those associated with Morkborg. Not Mothership, definitely, but some others.
In the prospectus, you bought Mothership, so you have lots to say.
Now, let's say what I did to Mothership.
You threw it in the trash.
As soon as it came. So there was a problem with that one. I ordered Mothership from, what's it called, that thing, that woke publisher?
Exalted Funeral?
Yeah.
That is the one from this one.
So it took about a month until I wrote them an email. No one answered me. I mean, I paid for it, but nothing came. I didn't get an email saying that it was shipped. So about a month later, I wrote them an email saying that I wanted to cancel the order. They replied days after, saying I'm sorry, blah blah blah. It was Christmas, and then it was New Year, and then and then it was something else. Yeah. So 1 month, no, well, more than 1 month because they didn't answer the email right away. So 1 month and a week or 2 weeks. And then they said, okay, so sorry, blah 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 blah. And I said, okay, send it. And they
then you got a pamphlet.
Yes, something smaller than this. And this is an adventure. Also, I had to pay the custom tax for that shit, and I was very annoyed because the custom tax was pretty hefty for something like that. And when I got that, I thought, well, there must be a mistake. Just this.
They forgot the book. Where is the book?
It was 2 books. It was
again,
some shitty scenario, which is I don't know the name of it. And then I lived through it, the whole 10 pages of it, and I said, "What the fuck? These guys are kidding me." I didn't know they were woke, of course. This was a long time ago. It was when the game came out.
We're wiser now.
Yes, I wouldn't buy it now. I only buy from wicked people.
Wicked people can be trusted.
Well, yeah, I think so, at least for now. So I just picked up the 2 books and threw them in the trash.
You didn't even recycle. That's evil.
I don't recycle. I'm a bad man.
We recycle sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah, but not through games. Okay, so just a passerby says the style of a substance was more of an inworld thing. Cyborg just is for graphic design freaks. Yeah, that's it. Cyborg and Morkborg, they are graphic design books. And Elsen says,
coffee table books.
Yeah, coffee table books. But well, not even that because they are small. I'm expecting the coffee table book to be something more to have some content. Not, at least some graphic.
Something that can come when you put it on the coffee table, it stand out.
Yes, that's it. If you have a pamphlet on a coffee table, that's not going to work. Elsen says, do you guys have any plans to enter the shock and awe competition going on with elements of authentic occult mysticism? being featured in publications these days. Okay, like the Book of Antithesis, or Bandits Invisible College.
Well, I would say that we don't really like doing real world. So, well, Red Epoch, does have some.
It has some. Well, it has not occult mysticism. It has. Well, maybe not. Not really.
No, not occult
really.
mysticism.
No, not really. Just.
We like to go on the. We like to go on the bullshit. But there's something. Can I say? It's not about dark. It's about that adventure that you may write. It's not talking about darkness, because darkness, yes, we're writing a horror game, but it's not going to be real. Then I can say it. But I'm trying to convince Miguel to write a scenario based on Foucault's pendulum.
Oh yeah.
That will have.
Yes.
If you're familiar with the story of Foucault's pendulum, it is really based on real mysticism and things that really existed. So, the Templars, the Rosicrucians.
Well, the thing here is. I'm not a witch, and
unlike Bandit, you're not a witch or a wizard or whatever.
I'm not a conjurer. I don't believe in any of that. So, and I know that. Well, I don't know if he believes or not, but he acts as if he does, and he really knows his shit. So I'm not going to enter a competition with Bandit. Well, I know a few things about, but I know it as a reader of things like Umberto Eco's.
Not as someone actually reads.
Yeah, I never read anything from.
Not how is the call initiate.
I'm not an initiate. I never read a book by Crowley or.
You read books about Crowley.
Yeah, about Crowley, yeah, but not his books. So what I can do, maybe I can, based on something. That was already been how do I say it? Digested, yeah.
Because it's like a compendium of history of art, of conspiration and magic and occult.
I trust Umberto Eco's digestion of it, so I can just pick up his vomit.
That's an honor.
He already.
That is an honor.
He already digested it, but it's still a bit raw. So I can use Umberto Eco's vomit and do the scenario for. So yeah, we can do that. Yeah,
but it will be something like that. I'm trying
not just now, but yeah. Well, that's. You'll have to convince me.
Yeah.
Not this year because last year we're working.
Sorry. 2000. When I mean this year, I'm thinking 2023.
Yeah.
Yes. Next year.
During the year, yeah. This will be something for darkness.
People that are not occultists being drawn into the middle of it. Okay,
so Helsent says I look forward to that about this, I think.
Yes.
I guess, right? Yeah, probably. Just a passerby. So Morkborg is a good place your coffee
exactly,
cup. Yeah,
exactly. But it's a very expensive coffee cup.
Yeah, is there a name for those things? Yeah, there's a name for that.
Yeah, there's a
where
name
you
for
put the cups on top.
Yeah. So it doesn't spoil your table.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that. But yeah, Morkborg is one of those things. Yeah.
But they don't use AI art, so they are better than us.
Of course they are.
So good for them.
But, well,
they also
at least
I
didn't buy Morkborg.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you just bought another ship.
Yeah. And I'm not going to buy anything from those guys anymore.
Probably not buy anything from Exalted Funeral.
Oh no.
If it's printed in Exalted Funeral,
it's woke. If they printed it, it's woke. They do a background check, unlike other people who give awards and do background checks.
Well, they're professionals.
Yeah. From now on, you're buying just from.
Well, we do a background. I was talking about art. We do a background check for the people that we're not going to buy art from a person that is woke. Also, because we are honest.
That's art from Venger. I don't think he does art, but I could buy some.
Well, he does for himself. Yes, you can ask him to do a sigil. I wouldn't buy art for someone that is woke, and I don't think even because that wouldn't be fair to them. I don't want to fool them and make them do art for evil people. It could ruin their careers.
Yeah, they wouldn't do. There was something about that the other day.
For Nerd Connect, they were looking for someone to do a new logo and some art for them, and some person said yes, and they know I can't because my boyfriend says you're in a block list and you're a bad people.
Yeah, so that's it. Even if we wanted, to buy art from woke skulls and rifters, they wouldn't sell us. They're beautiful art. They're tieflings. They're cute tieflings and naked arts. They wouldn't, because we are bad people. And that's.
But
that's
if we have any, you know, because yeah, we are open to increase. Yes, we don't have commissions open, but we are open to increase our stock of evil artists with which we contribute. So if you are watching and you are an evil artist and you have some stock art, or you'll be interested in your art doesn't cost a kidney, because
that's important.
Yes,
I just have 2 kidneys and I think I need them.
We have a lot of books. So yes, we are always interested to have more people that we can pick from, especially because it helps. It's not always the same person in the sometimes you need a different artists for a different type of art, for a different type of book to have a different feeling.
Yeah, it's for a cover.
Yeah, that's for it. For covers, for sure, we are interested in.
Unless it's a stock art, so that's that.
Yeah, or if you have stock art, you can share your stock art with us, and even that if not using it, I'm still interested in.
The advertisement stays here. You can you don't have to place it here. You can just go to our group, Facebook group, or Twitter,
or go to Twitter, or post it in the comments,
messages,
whatever. Yeah,
messages.
We are always interested to discover more artists.
Yeah, we have few folders of unused stock art,
but we plan to use it all in one day.
Maybe it depends on. Well, yeah,
you're preparing this for the fact that we can't. That may make stock art
for us, so
ruin our business.
So I'm just going to, no, I'm not going to use the stock art now, because that's it. Now I can use the AI art. So I'm using it.
Label, saying this book has AI art.
Yeah.
It should be like the opposite.
I don't need to put the label, because they already asked me to put, well, not the label, but I have to fill in that thing that says I used the Midjourney here.
Yes, and you scared a lot. There are a lot. Seeing the doll where you heard the poor starving artist.
Yes, we are killing them. That's a shame. Actually, it's
but this is just the
they want us to die, so that's. Do you need an evil artist?
That would be nice. Evil artist emporium.
That sounds good. Well, actually, we probably already have one. They don't sell art, but they could. At Big Geek Emporium, I think they could.
Yeah, they don't sell art, but yeah, that would be. But there's not that many people, and I think the thing is that the people that are doing art and are not woke, they maybe not. Sometimes they are better than the woke, well, most of the time.
Yes.
But they're doing art for their own games. They're not most of the time expected to sell it and make money.
That's true.
Of it, because I see a lot of people that I do art for my games.
That's true. That's true. Maybe sometimes they do it for friends.
Yeah. Or for their own campaign, for their own games.
No, I say friends, I mean friends, not just Facebook friends or internet friends. So that's what we're gonna do.
Because
they don't really need it.
Job.
Yeah, they have a good job. That's true, of course. That's why they are older as well. If they are artists at 40-something years old, they are true artists, not just grifters. So. They either have very much more jobs to do, or they are guys
jobs professional.
Yeah, or else they are very expensive artists, and I can't pay that.
But really. Yeah, but that is the thing that this my art is 100% human. It's made with humans. Everything is painted in blood.
Silent paint.
Yeah, it also reminds me of Silent Green. It's people. But it's no, you need to buy art. It's virtue signaling, and that's why I hate it. It's hypocrisy. Yeah,
and yeah, that's it. It's true virtue signaling, because there's no.
And I'm going to put this label on my book so you can buy it.
Also, there's some connected to that the people who are talking about that, did they spend that much money in art? We don't know. Maybe they didn't.
Supposedly, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's it, right? We don't know. They are saying that they used 100% human art. Okay, so but did they pay?
In how many art did they use it?
Yeah. How much did they pay how much did they pay for that art? Because maybe they are paying some people, some humans, or maybe they are using art that was given to them for free,
Yes,
or
exactly.
just
For publicity,
or it was very cheap.
Yes.
So they were exploiting those poor starving artists. At least we are not exploiting them. We are just not buying anything from them. But we don't exploit them. When
Well, we exploit Rahul, but that's because he offered.
yeah, well, I did pay him some, but I didn't pay him in money, but I gave him all the books.
Yeah.
So not all of them.
All the books that had his art.
Until that moment.
Mhm.
And I would pay him if he wanted, but he didn't really. Well, it's not his job. It's just he was just
Yeah, he's doing it for fun.
he was just doing for fun. Yeah. I don't know. I was saying something like that. But right.
How much they paid? How much?
Oh yeah, that's it. So we didn't exploit anyone. The stock art, we bought it at drive-through, so it was priced. Then we just bought it. And then there was commissioned work, and it was from the basic expert. And he's a professional. He did some. He lowered the price because we are an independent publisher.
Yes, because we are Portuguese.
Maybe. I hope so. He lowered his prices, his regular prices, which is nice of him. I'm glad he did. I hope for the next one he also but he lowered it enough that it pays his work. Anyway. Exactly.
So, but we can afford them without. Yes, so we can say no, we can't.
It wasn't a ridiculous amount. It was an adequate amount for that.
And we don't have New Flash here, right? That's probably behind you, but that's that. I think that one is probably the most expensive because that one only gave him more work, so it's totally.
Well, it's country. There's country.
Yeah, there's country.
For some reason, I can't find it.
And okay, this is of course one of the best covers that we have. And yes, this was not 100% human made because the basic expert uses the computer. So you paint it with this power.
But this one is actually maybe the best one. I don't know. Probably, yeah. I like this one better than the.
Well, but we can't.
I can't say that I like
with
it.
Working a scenario, exactly. Working doing a scenario every week. You can't pay for a commission cover every week. Yes,
anyway, so.
You need to have like at least 4 artists, and still, there's no. We don't make.
Yeah,
we're never going to make enough money for that.
No.
So fuck you, books. And fuck you, grifters.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, you would have to
say that if
you would need to have
5 years, and then you can say
of course. Also, you did the Kickstarter for that shit, and you fooled a lot of people, maybe because you asked an amount that you're going to do this and that and that, and this is going to be wonderful. We are not doing Kickstarters. We are publishing stuff.
I don't think we're never going to do Kickstarters. No. I hate the Kickstarter model. I'm not going to say, of course, I know that a lot of people use it. We would have no patience for it.
No, that's not. It doesn't work.
It's another thing.
Not
small.
It's not a virtual signaling thing. You're not going to say that it's exploitative, it's dishonest or what.
It's a big company in doing the
in
that case, I think it's because maybe people will not
spend
that money on that one. If they don't need the investment. So in that case, I think it's dishonest.
Big Geek Fiverr boring and Fiverr for the damned. Yeah, I think those are potentially good names. Okay, so there are several other messages here. I think all from Elsent. I think Big Geek Emporium could be expanded. Yeah, I hope they expand it. Lots of room under the flag of a spirit from which it was made. I wish they had options of tipping, which bypassed at least some of the fees from most payment platforms. Yeah, that'd be nice. I'd like to be able to support an artist without just buying 500 copies of PDFs.
But that is another thing. Is like so I normally don't give money for people's Patreon because I buy stuff. But that's just me. I prefer to buy stuff. But yeah, some people.
And also we are doing stuff at the same time, so it's
for us I think it would feel weird because we're not gonna do a Patreon and we're saying
now we are selling books as well, so that would be a bit strange. So
For example,
we are fans of this person. Okay, it's
with
cool.
with basic experts, yeah. So I know he has it's not a patron, it's a star, but yeah. So when we need something for him, we just order and pay it. But
of course, there's probably well, in that case, as he is an artist, there may be some advantage in having subscribing, because maybe he offers some stuff. I don't know what is.
I think so. Jeremy Art also has that.
So it could be.
And you could have a commission if you have. You can. There's for some. I don't know the basic expert, but I think Jeremy Hart has it. You can, if you have a tier, the highest tier, you can ask for commission work with some. But that, of course, it's limited.
Of course,
you're not going to let.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody, 100 people opening commissions.
Yeah. It doesn't work for us anyway, because we always.
But it's for the artists, so it needs. It's not.
Yes, well, it probably works for people that do some. I mean, on the side of the person who is paying the subscribe star, those guys who just do a book once in a while.
Yeah, so the people that
can just
insane people need more.
It makes sense to subscribe to someone and then expect those rewards. For us, it wouldn't work. It would just be one more illustration that I'm going to put there in the folder. Also, because I need now I'm looking for that, as I am using AI art. The best thing that it offers is the same style for the whole book.
Mm-hmm. And that makes a lot of difference.
Yeah, it makes.
That's another thing.
It makes a lot of difference. Yes, it's it might. The fingers might be ugly and the eyes once in a while, but then you have a whole book with the same style, or at least with the illustrations that are compatible. I was saying something. Kickstarter. So it's not a moral choice, but we won't do Kickstarters because it's not our style. I want to do things and
you don't like long projects.
Yes, I can't do that. I was a journalist. I am a journalist too. That's why my process is of a journalist.
A book a week.
I'm working for tomorrow. Magazine. Yes, that's a magazine. Actually, that's how. Not really as a magazine. We are doing this as a pulp magazine, maybe, or a feuilleton. Yes, they are feuilletons. Once a week we'll release one, and next week there's the one for next week is already on the work. It works for me. Of course, we can do it all the time because it's
now we were taking like 2 months to do a book.
Yes, that one will take much
longer. The Darkness, it's going to.
But next week, well, not next week. This week there's a book almost ready.
And there can be one for next week. We don't know yet.
There might be, yes, but I'm not going to talk about that one. If that one isn't for
there's going to be another one.
There might be another one, or perhaps not at all. It depends. Maybe next week there's nothing.
Anyway, we're almost close to Christmas.
That's.
But we may have. So there's a book coming this week, and there may be 2 smaller books almost coming.
Bye, all sent. He's going away. Maybe we are going away.
Time here.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll talk too much anyway. So we said what we have to say about this. We rented.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna
the Bastard King is
start calling exactly the Bastard. Do we have a cover yet? Let's show the cover.
We have at least a possible cover.
A possible cover. It's awful. You say
but
it has no soul. You don't have it infinity. Okay, so
I can't speak it.
So let's keep it.
I'll show
I'm gonna start calling these people the vegan, the role-playing vegans.
Which ones?
The ones that don't like, the ones that are against the that they like 100% human art.
Okay.
They're like the role-playing vegans.
Okay, if you were watching, thank you for watching, and be back on our next appearance, whenever it is.
Maybe Friday. Let's see. Friday. I don't know.
Maybe Friday we can talk about the new release, which will be The Bastard King for Wretched Epoch.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.